Now Tom was lucky enough to come across two men mustering sheep from the Glenampel homestead, and the alarm was given. The men were then sent back to the gorge with Tom to help rescue Eva. But when they got back here, to this very spot, Eva was gone. For what had happened was that Eva had woken while Tom was gone and she became frightened. And when she heard the men coming to look for her, when she heard them cooing to try and attract her attention, she didn't know what the noise was and she became frightened. She thought it might have been an Aboriginal war cry, so she actually hid from the men that were coming to try and find her. But soon she was found and taken to the Glenampel homestead and cared for. Then 3 months after the Loch Ard struck the cliff here on the Shipwreck coast, Eva boarded a steamship, went back to Ireland and never saw Tom again. Now before we left the gorge here, there was only ever 4 bodies recovered off the Loch Ard, and they're buried up on the cliff top in a small grave that you can walk around and take a look at. Now within a few days after the wreck, it was said here that this whole beach, as far as you could see, was piled up with wreckage 8 foot thick, from end to end. And amongst the stuff that was washed up, there was umbrellas, hats, saddles, paper, sewing machines, pianos, brandy, rum, paint, wine, steel, tables, clocks, clothes, carpets, and whatever else you could think of. But probably the most famous thing of all would have been the Loch Ard peacock, a glazed piece of pottery that was meant for display in Melbourne in 1880. It stands life-size at about 6 foot tall, and that can be seen now at Flagstaff Hill in Warrnambool. Ended up getting a medal from the Humane Society for his efforts, and also the Governor of Victoria presented him with the gold watch and chain. And Tom was 45 years old when he died, and Eva was 73, and she never visited Australia again. And I guess having lost 7 members of her family through the sinking of the Loch Ard, that's probably understandable. Well, that's it for Loch Ard Gorge. Now, as you can see, we're starting to lose the lights, so we're going to head back to Port Campbell now. But tomorrow, or the next time the sea's flat, we'll head back down this direction and have a look at the Blowhole, Thunder Cave, 12 Apostles, our furthest wreck site, the Fiji, and the Seal Cave at Moonlight Heads. So until then, take care, and I'll see you soon.